everybody. Hello to those who are arriving. So I present myself. I'm Nicolas Busch. I'm working for Orano. Thank you all for being here with us this afternoon. I'm starting a series of presentations. I will give you more like an overview of business innovation at Orano, what we are doing, why we are doing that. So this is Orano today. We are a company working in the nuclear industry, and mainly what we are doing is that we are working on nuclear fuel, and we do everything that is before the nuclear plant, and we are also working on the spent fuel, everything after the nuclear plant. So basically what we are doing, we are dealing with all the externalities of the industry. Those guys are making the electricity, not us. Us, we are dealing with the externalities, before and after. So that's our job. Well, we are a big company on one hand, 1 billion revenues, 4 billion revenues, but if you look at the actors in the industry, we are a small guy, very small guy. Because in the energy industry, it's more like 100 billion, 200 billion. So we are a small guy dealing with the externalities. So that's our challenge. What was Orano yesterday? We are a spin-off of a French company called Areva that went bankrupt. So we are a spin-off. We were taken out of this company to focus on our business, the fuel cycle. And the executive committee came to us when the Orano was created, and they said, okay, when we were the big company Areva, we had 100 millions to do innovation. We did that, we spent 100 millions on innovation, and we went bankrupt. And now the revenue we are a small company with very less money to do innovation. So now how to really innovate with less money. And also tell us why we fucked up. Sorry, why innovation was not inefficient in the past. So the executive committee asked us this question, and more or less it was, okay, if you have an answer, you have the right to innovate. If you don't have an answer, change job. Take someone else. But anyway, that was a fun question. So we came with some answers. Why did all this money invested in innovation did not produce good results? And how, with less money now in a smaller company, could we achieve results? Basically, that was the question. So, first answer. A lot of the innovation money in Areva was spent on the existing business models, the business models of the past. It was innovation targeted at cost reduction, and that's good innovation, but it does not make grow your revenues, because the business model of the past, at one moment, they don't grow anymore. Whatever you do, they will not grow. So you can put money in cost reduction, it's nice, it makes them longer, they will last longer, but it's not enough, because at one moment they will die. And that's what happened to us, in fact. So first answer, we put a lot of money in the business model of the past, and that proved to be a big problem for the company. Then, second answer, we nevertheless put some money during Areva time in new business models. But the problem is that we did that exactly the same way we were doing innovation, like classic innovation. So you have a plan, you build something, and then you create a business plan, you start your project, you build everything, and in fact, when you meet the clients down the line, it's not exactly what needs to be done. Let's say you're 20% outside the target, but as you know in business, 20% outside of the target is a dead business. And when you do that, when you build everything, everything is frozen in your investment, and then you can go backward. So we did that a lot during the previous company. So it was not a nice result. It did not work. So if I go back, a lot of innovation on existing business model with the business plan approach, return on investment approach, not enough, not sufficient. And we did the same thing on new business model, but that's, as you know, that's not the right way. So I see people who know what is the right way. I don't know, so at least the way we think is right. Okay, so when you are here, when you try to really develop a new business model, something very new, you don't have any data, so you cannot build a business plan. So you cannot start a project or new business with a business plan because you don't have data. If it's really innovation, you don't have data. So you can create a business plan, but you know it's a false one. And what you have to do, you just have to explore, pivot, change, and based on what you have learned, then find the right business plan. So it's very easy to understand, but believe me, it's very hard to implement in a company who is spending like 99% of its time here. But if today in a company like ours, you are not able to do that at the same time, probably you will die. And that's why since 2018, we have been working a lot here in this new business model place, but working in a way to explore new business model and little by little find the right ones. So today, what does it mean for us? So in Orano, in our company, so 4 billion revenue, there are 40 to 50 ongoing explorations at the same time, all the time. That's our portfolio. At one moment, there were 40 to 50 projects going on. The total revenue explored, so that's not real revenue because when you start, you imagine a revenue, but you know it's not a real one. But when you have the sum of the total revenue explored, it's around 1.3 billion. So it's like 1/4 of our revenue. So we are continually exploring new business model, and the total revenue is 1 billion today. Okay, some are very small new business model, like some millions revenue per year, and some are big, like 100 millions. And it's important. We think it's important to have all this kind of new business model exploration going on at the same time, because with small one, the organization is learning a lot how to explore, how to set up new business model. So that's very important. Because if you start with a big one, it's like you have never run a marathon and you start running a marathon, and it's not a good idea. So you start with small ones, and it helps you to understand how to handle the big ones. So every new business model is important, and that's what we are doing today, and it's working. We have small new business models going in run mode. So we have stopping some of them for sure. We are stopping them. It's like 10% of the, let's say 10% of the initiatives are going through the whole process, not more. And that's why you need to explore 1.3 billion. Otherwise, it's not working. Well, what else? What's more in this slide? Okay. So this afternoon, after my speech, there will be some presentation of the initiatives we are working on. Some on new nuclear, EV battery recycling, stable isotopes, rare earth recyclings, and I will not tell all the titles. So, do you have any questions?